10, coming back with the little news and topics. Son of a holy biscuit eating bulldog. The tray, the camera, I can't keep the camera steady. I'm afraid the camera won't stay steady. She's right there. She's right ahead there. About there, I say there, hey, you know. Oh, about there, you know. Don't you know you want to go down there and have a pint, you know. The stupid thing won't stay. So you can kind of see Tommy talks here. Oh, my God. Oh, boy. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's staying positive. And I got some news for you recently. Some interesting stuff that happened in the news recently. But in the news, overseas, a volcano erupted. Mount Etna erupted very violently. I thought it was a pyroclastic flow, but it was more of a volcano eruption. There has been a lot of activity going on with volcanoes erupting overseas. And also earthquakes have been going around happening also. So like it's been insane. There's a volcano reported out in the Pacific Ocean. It has been acting up also, saying that it might erupt too. There has been also some activity out west where the supervolcano is, where there's been some repeated earthquakes around. So, are we heading towards end times, folks? Because last I heard, when the Mr. Supervolcano erupts, it's just gonna get covered, honestly. And I can't think of what's gonna happen next. Like, how long are we gonna last? You know, like on this planet. Also, overseas recently, a massive earthquake happened, causing a massive collapsing of a mountain. And this is overseas, and half a village was annihilated by this. There was like one person lost, but half the village, like it's completely changed. It was a beautiful village, and it was just absolutely devastated by a massive collapse. Like, I thought at first it was a pyroclastic flow, and I thought that was a volcano erupting, but it was actually half a mountain collapsing off of itself and then destroying this whole entire village. And there's one person missing, apparently. That's the last time I heard that has happened with terrible news. Recently, and also another news in WWE news and wrestling news, R-Truth, the professional wrestler, was released. WWE let his contract expire, and a lot of fans are angry. There was a chant, "We want truth, we want truth," and WWE was trying to play it off. And there was a few people released during this process, and one of them, they were even saying that Gunther's head was on a chopping block. There was a few wrestlers that were legitimately released. But to update this news story, R-Truth surprisingly ran in at Money in the Bank and attacked John Cena with the WWE Championship. And to quote Triple H, what he said is, "By the way, are you enjoying the product?" He says, "Yes, it's a part of the story, buddy." And when people say wrestling is fake, there is a storyline. But when they get slammed in the ring and thrown around, that stuff is real. When they get injured, that stuff is real, folks. Like, R-Truth is still with the company. But also, in other news, TKO is in debt. If I remember last time I heard, $13,000 in debt. So, and then that same news, there's rumors that Vince is trying to buy his way back into the company. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if this is good or not. This is a good decision, because it's like, if he comes back in, does that mean that we're going to lose the product that we have now and that Vince is more kind of jealous? But at the same time, they asked Shane McMahon on what was going on there, and Shane wasn't descriptive really. He just said that, you know, there was some stuff that he may possibly work with his father, but him and his father haven't got along in the past. But just to say, like, there's a lot of heated stuff going on in professional wrestling right now, and it's a heating pot. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on in professional wrestling. And recently, also, another news, I got to meet the professional wrestler Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle, I'm still waiting for my shot, man. We waited for you an hour. I'm very disappointed, man. I was hoping to have a shot with you, man, but I never heard from you. Like, it's just like, I'm kind of sad about that, dude. But, I understand you're a busy wrestler. Me and my friend Tyler, we're always waiting for you. And we're always waiting to hear from you, man. And, like, we can't wait to see you doing other shows. Or if you ever go back to WWE. I met him one time at a bar. And I'm like, are you? And, yeah. So, okay. So we're out of the news now. And we're going to be going into Food of the Week. Food of the Week is cereal. And I've talked about breakfast in the past. I think cereal is in its own breakfast attire. I would say if I'm not eating healthy, excuse me, if I'm not eating healthy, I like eating like really junky cereal, like Cocoa Puffs and all sorts of cereals. Like I sometimes occasionally, if I don't want to cook, I will eat cereal. But there is a timeline for cereal, folks. There is a timeline. If you leave your cereal too long, you are eating a big pile of mush. The milk will soak into your cereal and literally turn your... Oh, I'm eating mush. That's why there is a timeline. When you make cereal, folks, don't waste your time. Eat your cereal. Enjoy your cereal. Because the fact is, if you leave a couple minutes go by and you come back to that cereal, you're going to be coming to a big pile of mush. Like you're just going to... disgusting. Oh my God. Oh, jeez. But, what is your favorite cereal? Leave down the chat or leave in the comments below. What is your favorite cereal? Also, in the midst of this, if you are looking for awesome Tommy gear, check out the Tommy store and check out some awesome Tommy gear so you can look as good as me. Get a Tommy NC 2010 hat. Get Making Tommy NC 2010 Great Again. And here's the thing. If they're liberals, it will tick them off. Because if they scream and yell at you, they're going to be like, can you read? Like, I'll tell you a story. I had a dude come up to me. He was messing with me. And you know what? That's a good one. That's a good one for Fired Up. Okay. I thought about something different for Fired Up. But, so the story is, the dude walks up to me and he's like, don't you like the job that Joe Biden did? I said, I have no opinion, man. Like, I just, like, he was an elderly man. He had a veteran's hat on, and I'm like, I respect my veterans, but, like, dude, like, why are you tipping this scale here? And, it's funny because at this moment, I'm sitting there, and I'm like, okay, I'm just want to make America great again, man. That's all I want to do is just make America great again and see things profit better, things get cheaper, and just things flow the perfect way. The way they need to flow. He ended up messing with me and saying, yeah, I'm a Trump guy. I'm like, oh, okay, but oh, geez, like, oh, jeez, but so. On to our next subject. Interesting fact. I got an interesting fact for you, folks. I don't know if this is an interesting fact or if it's just a little tidbit about something, but I like to think it's a fact. Interesting fact, folks. Back in the day, there was a script out there for E.T. 2. And the reason why the script was made was because Steven Spielberg did not want to make another E.T. movie. He had such a success with the first movie that the studio, sometimes these studios, they're like, sequel. Hercules. Yes, that movie. Everybody knows the Nutty Professor. I'm not much of a fan of that one, but I am more a fan of the Nutty Professor 2. Hercules. I'll show you. I'll clean my colon. That scene right there, everybody loves a fart. Like everybody loves to laugh at a fart. But no one likes to be on the fart of someone. Like if you're sitting there with someone and someone actually cracks a fart and you just rip into them. It's just like, really? Like, sometimes I can't help it. Like it just slips, okay? Like it's just okay. To get into this interesting fact. Sorry, I'm leaning. I'm too much far leaning. So, the interesting fact is that Steven Spielberg made an ET2 script out of spite. He spited the studio. And when the studio went to Steven Spielberg, they're like, we want to make an ET2. He's like, here's your script. They read the script, and we'll just say, here's the studio's reaction to this. Okay, Mr. Spielberg, he's a genius. He's made Jaws. He's made so many films, Jurassic Park, and Mr. Spielberg, at this moment, we just are not interested in making a ET. So, the interesting fact about this, out of spite, Steven Spielberg wrote a darker version of ET just so the movie wouldn't be made. He made a horror film where the fact that Elliot is being tortured by the aliens and like all these weird stuff, but E.T. shows up and saves him, but Elliot's just kind of rocked already by all the torture that the aliens did on him, like mind torture and stuff like that, because they had the same kind of spaceships like E.T., so Elliot shows up, and then the aliens abduct him and like just do all these weird torturings on him, and like E.T. finds out about the signal, there was like some kind of signal the ship sent out, and he comes back to save Elliot. But yeah, we would have had an ET2 if it hadn't been for Steven Spielberg making a spite script. He made it out of spite so the studios wouldn't make the film. Yeah, how about that? How about that? Isn't that crazy? Like he made a script for spite. Literally, he made a script for spite. So, word of the week. This word is inspired by a tragedy that recently happened a while back ago, and they made a documentary online. It's called, the word of the week is implosion. What is an implosion? When something caves in on itself. Man, I just imploded that toilet. That whole entire toilet just imploded. But recently, the submarine that went down to the Titanic, it imploded on itself. And they have found some more details apparently about that. The prayers go out to the families that were lost on board that submarine, and just there should have been better things, technology in that submarine before it ever went down. But the word of the week is implosion, and that's when something collapses in on itself. So, what fires me up? What fires me up is when people go out of their way and politically attack people for no reason. Everybody has their own opinions on how they want to vote. If they vote this way or they vote that way, they vote for a donkey. They vote for an elephant. Everybody has their own opinion. Don't just attack people just because you feel like you can attack somebody. Lay off, chill out, have a good time, have a beer, have a shot, have some milk. I don't know, have a bowl of cereal for God's sakes, but don't attack people because they don't get something right about how you are. People are old-fashioned. People say ma'am and sir, and I hear about this all the time. People freaking out on people because they don't know what you are. I was raised to call someone ma'am or sir. That's my opinion on that subject. And just stop freaking out all the time. Another thing that fires me up is when people put too much in a glass and it spills over and gets on me. And just keep it, I'm guilty for this too. I get mad at myself for spilling stuff on me, honestly. I don't know. I lose my mind sometimes, and like I need to. I'm not perfect, folks. There's my good days, and then there's my bad days. Like I just kind of spill over sometimes, and like I mean, sometimes I try to. I haven't yet had someone come at me for my political beliefs, but that day it's going to come to at some point. But before I go, an inspirational speech. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe that you will do something good tomorrow. My inspirational speech is go out and do something good for someone else. That's my inspirational speech. Do something good for someone else. Instead of helping yourself out, help someone else out. That's my goal to all of you that are people watching this broadcast. If there's a thing you can do for someone else tomorrow to make their day better, do it. Because the fact is, the moment you help someone out and do better by someone else, you will go tenfold in your life. Okay? The moment you help someone else out is the moment you do better. Okay? So tomorrow, my inspirational speech, do better for other people. Help out when you can. And you don't have to film it. Maybe just pat yourself on the back and do something good for someone else that is not you. Help other people out. Go a step further and find that direction to help people because it will make you feel better as a person. Stay positive. Stay healthy. I'm Tommy NC 2010. And this has been Tommy Talks. Like I say, this is what I'm working with right here. This is my card right here, and this is what I worked it out and I kind of improv some some news stories, but I just try my best to deliver a good Tommy Talks here for you. Eventually, at some point, I'm going to get things back up and running, and I'm going to try to do some interviews with people, get some people back here in the studio. Recently I got a product. This is kind of a healthy kind of pasta. You could check this online. Check this pasta out. Apparently it's like a kind of healthy kind of pasta. You can check it out there. And right there's all the ingredients and all the yumness and the goodness. I'll try this out at some point. I don't know. I do like angel noodles. These are, I would say, delicious. Like I do like but I like to pour all sorts of sauce all over it. Goopy, making sure it's swimming in it. Also, another product I have here before I go is this is a microwavable container. Let's open this up. I have a few of them in here. So this is the name brand. You can check this up. Check out this name brand. I got these recently, and I forgot to do a reviewing segment, so I figured, what the heck, I'll make it a part of Tommy Talks. But, hey man, it's a microwavable container. I can't remember what's all in it. Oh, this will be good for me. It's like you can put microwavable, like that would be good. This is like you can put anything in there you want to put in there. Comes with a little thingy, like I don't know what you could put in there, but it has like containers. But this is the name of the brand right here, folks. Right there. Check that out. You can check out that URL code right there. Hold that up there. You scan that. Takes you right to their website, and you can purchase. Use code Tommy to get 10% off of your purchases, even in the Tommy store. But you can check out that URL code right there. I'll hold that up there so you could scan that if you want to get this awesome product. Also, it's glass, but apparently you could stick this sucker in the microwave and it'll keep your stuff warm. You can take this with you out to eat. You can take it out to eat if you need to, if you're working. And I got like a few of these in here. But check out these awesome products, you want to check them out, and they're awesome. I think they look pretty cool, I would say. And also if you want to check out this healthy, I think this is like healthy pasta. I don't know where pasta is healthy, but apparently this pasta is healthy. Very healthy for you. This is how many calories it has in it also. But I felt like I have enough here for you folks. All 6 of you. I appreciate everybody here on the Tommy Talk Show and everybody around here on the Tommy NC 2010 channel. I hope everybody's doing positive and doing healthy, and do good by other people, help people out, go out of the way and try to help somebody. And I'm Tommy NC 2010, and I'm keeping you on the inside fact. Subscribe, support, stay positive. I'll catch you later, folks.